Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's Brian here. I hope you're all doing well. I'm doing pretty well lately. But yeah, so I wanted to make this video talking about the Democratic debate that happened the other night. I was gonna watch part of it with you guys, but it's so long. It's 47 minutes, so I'm just gonna talk about it. I might show a little bit of clips on the channel later on, but what I'm gonna do is in this video, I'm going to initially talk about the debate and what was said. And this is a debate that not many people knew about. It was on News Nation. It had Cenk Ugur, Marianne Williamson, and Dean Phillips. You don't know who Cenk Ugur is? He's a YouTuber. He's the founder of the Young Turks podcast. Marianne Williamson is an author and a motivational speaker. And Dean Phillips is a current congressman, Democratic congressman. They are all three challenging President Biden, but the media and the DNC does not want you to know about that, or social media, but they are. But it was just basically a Democratic debate. They're talking about issues and stuff about what they do, and trust me, there's a lot of issues that these candidates are on that I disagree with. I will say this: I'd much rather have any one of these three candidates over the current frontrunner for the Democrats, or even the current frontrunner for the Republicans. I mean, there's just so many issues that are, that they stand for Medicare for all that just makes me just want to puke. But I mean, at least they know what they're saying and they're not falling off a stage or not getting ready to be arrested or whatever. Now, listen, if you're a Trump supporter or you're a Biden supporter, I'm not trying to offend you in any way, shape, or form. So please don't unsubscribe or don't dislike this video or don't kill me in the comment section. I have 100% respect for all Trump supporters and Biden supporters. I just strongly disagree with you for for who you're supporting. But you know what? I still have respect for you. But we're going to talk about mainly about the Democrats and Joe Biden tonight. So the point that really made a lot of sense to me, that really stuck out to me, well, there was 2 points. One, I want to give a shout out to Dean Phillips. If you're watching Dean Phillips, I'm going to give this to you, even though you're probably not. Dean Phillips said that they asked him about, do you think that RFK Jr. Is trying to kill democracy by, running? Should he drop out? And Dean Phillips said absolutely not. If someone wants to run for president, they can run for president. And Dean Phillips actually said that RFK Jr. is actually more concerned about middle class and poor families' issues than President Biden is. And I just want to say, you know what, Dean Phillips, there's a lot I disagree with you on, but you are 110% right. So is Dean Phillips. Actually, talking about real problems. Joe Biden's are talking about, let's cancel student debt, let's mandate vaccines, and let's turn America into China. Like, that's like basically what Joe Biden's doing. But, I just want to give a thank you to Dean Phillips. And then John Fetterman, I want to call John Fetterman out, because John Fetterman, he's an amazing guy. I would have voted for him in this election, if this past election. I'd much rather him over Dr. Oz. But he said any third party candidate or Democratic challenger is a threat to democracy because they're going to be handing the election to Trump. That's not true. Simply because a third party or a Democratic challenger is raising points against the president, John Fetterman, you should be ashamed of yourself, because you know Joe Biden is a failed president. You're just too scared to admit it. He's a failed president, and he sucks, and he's been terrible. But, the point is, John Fetterman was wrong for that. I know that didn't make much sense, but John Fetterman, you can read his tweet. He's extremely wrong. All three of these candidates broke it up. He's extremely wrong about that. But, back to the point. These Democratic challengers, they are trying to raise issues even though they're being ignored by the DNC, because the DNC is trying to rig it for a senile old communist. But, the point is, that I'm trying to make is, these debates should be mandated. Joe Biden should have to debate his opponents. Donald Trump should have to debate his opponents. But you know what? They're not going to do that. I think it should be a law. If you're going to run for president or any office, there should be a federal law saying that you have to debate your opponents a certain amount of times. And if you refuse to do that, you're kicked off the ballot. You're not allowed to run. And it's only a fair point, but back on topic here. The main point of this debate that really stuck out to me, that I never noticed, but it's 100% right, Cenk Ugur brought it up, that he wasn't talking about approval ratings in general. He's talking about approval ratings on the economy. Anytime a president has gone into the 30s, below 40% on the economy approval rating, they have never came back. Some have managed to get back in the 40s, but they've always lost re-election. He said Trump went to the 30s approval rating on the economy. What happened? Trump lost to Joe Biden. They went all the way back to 1992. George Bush Sr., he went in the 30s in the economy. What happened? He lost to Bill Clinton. They went, before that, Jimmy Carter, he went to the 30s on the economy. What happened? He lost to Ronald Reagan. Before that, Gerald Ford, he went to the 30s on the economy. He lost to Jimmy Carter. You go all the way back to the 30s, Herbert Hoover lost to Franklin Roosevelt because he went to the 30s on the economy. Go way before that, President Taft went to the 30s on the economy. So some presidents have managed to get themselves back up to the 40s, like George Bush Sr. got himself back up to 41%, but he was never able to win re-election. So Cenk Ugur made an amazing point to Democrats that if you nominate this guy, you're going to lose, and you're going to lose badly. The only thing that is keeping the Democrats from getting support is the radicals in this country that are uneducated about stuff, or the people that don't want Trump. That's the only thing. It's not because Joe Biden's this inspiring candidate, but they literally said they're marching towards a landslide loss, and it's true. I mean, I think Bobby Kennedy. I think this election really, if you're looking at it, is going to be between Bobby Kennedy and Donald Trump. If Donald Trump gets the nomination, which he's most likely going to be the Republican nominee. Only way I see him not being the Republican nominee is, I don't even know. I think even if Trump were to get arrested, which I don't think that's going to happen, but I think even if he were to get arrested, I still think he'd get the nomination. I just do. Oh, but yeah, back to the point. I really just don't see Joe Biden winning because he has failed this country so badly. There's so many people struggling out there. Taxes are so high, wages are poor, and Joe Biden's taking credit for it, or wages going up. And no, it has nothing to do with him. That's because companies are doing it and because states are forcing it. Joe Biden has nothing to do with that. He had the opportunity to do it federally and didn't do it. But Democrats, this is your little warning. If you don't want Donald Trump to be president, or RFK Jr., or anyone else that is not a Democratic president, you better run a candidate that is actually competent, that has not failed America. Just saying. Not saying Donald Trump's much better, because he was a terrible president too. Economically, he wasn't as terrible as Joe Biden, but still, this is just your little post-warning, Democrats. Alright, everyone, we're going to end the video there. So that's it for this video. So as always, please like, share, leave a comment, subscribe for more. Thanks for watching, and I just want to say thank you, 94 subs. Keep it up, and I will see you in the next video. Alright, everyone, God bless you. Have a good night.